Hey colleagues! All right, this is the last module. Aside from the bonus round, you've stuck this far. Your mind's been blown, and it's like incredibly simple and incredibly existential, right? There's a lot happening. But thank you for sticking through this course with me. And yeah, really looking forward to sharing some other things, other ways we could play with this tool, and other other ways I could show you how AI and Christianity, AI and religion and spirituality can have a mutual conversation as well as a very necessary, consistent critique. And so right now we are on the module of social media. And I think you could tell there's a repetition involved here with ChatGTP from the previous two modules. But let me show you my recommendations for using ChatGTP for the social media in your life. And if you're a church leader, which I'm assuming most of you are, because that's who I advertise this for, um, I'm assuming you're using Facebook, possibly Instagram. And if you are real fancy and with it for the kiddos, TikTok. And there are multiple ways to use this, but let me show you how you could use ChatGTP. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again, and we're going to go back to our handy dandy spreadsheet that we love so much. And we're going to move from newsletter, where we were at our last section, over to social media. And you can see I have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And we're going to still stick with the second Sunday in Advent, December 10, 2023. I'm using these themes just to keep it simple in our heads, right? And again, if you notice the way I'm organizing, I'm not breaking down via newsletter. So we're still in the call to worship mark. For me, you might want a newsletter and social media difference for everything. But for me, it's like I could put it all one place, and my conversation, and part of the reason why I do that is because my conversation can then go between with ChatGTP, all of these things as it relates to particular theme of Sunday worship on that day. It's all in one place. It's all in one conversational file, if you will. And so I'm going to go ahead for ChatGTP and say, please write a short, because it can be lengthy, like we can be lengthy, Facebook post regarding the themes for this Sunday. And notice it knew what I meant when I said this Sunday. So again, you don't have to be as exact as you would, like, say, in a Google search, right? Because this is AI that learns on its own, and it gets that where in conversation, that conversations have themes and topics. So boom, now you have a Facebook post. And you could target that post if you want to. Again, that has to do with ethics, and this course is teaching basics. But look out, there'll be more ethics. There'll be something about that in the future. Um, and so again, we do our look. You gotta hit the hashtags. We do a copy, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a paste. And again, I was tempted. I was so tempted to paste right in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and paste where it belongs, right there. Fantastic. And so for Instagram, you all might know that Instagram, it's actually the reels that you want. Your stagnant just photo Instagram, it really don't do that much anymore. So you want your, if I was you, I would use Instagram as a bulletin board. If you're just using photos. So if you have some announcement that you want to stick there from now to kingdom come, just put that up as a photo or upload it on Instagram. If you want interaction with folks, it's actually the reels that people want. And there's a particular time and space, not time and space, allotted time for the reels. If I was you, I'd keep it about 60 seconds at most. You can have more time within TikTok, depending upon how you TikTok. But remember that social media isn't stagnant. You want to keep with the trends, and Facebook is at one demographic of an age group of folks. Instagram is at another demographic and age group of folks, and TikTok is generally at another demographic and age group of folks, right? And of course, these things can interact or not interact. Of course, these demographics will overlap and interact, but largely I'm expecting for Facebook, mostly boomers are hitting it hard. Gen Xers hitting it hard. millennials pretty much on it, and there might be some Z's, maybe some like old soul Z's, right? Instagram, I'm expecting mostly Gen Xers. I'm not expecting like boomers are on there, but I'm expecting mostly Gen Xers, mostly millennials, sprinkle of Z's. And I'm thinking Z's are using this more as like a networking platform, right? The way that boomers, Gen X's, and millennials might be using Facebook. But also millennials also use Facebook or Instagram as a networking platform, right? In addition to followers. It's easy to too, but I'm giving a very broad overview, right? And then TikTok, like I'm really expecting younger generations. I'm expecting millennials and below. And that's not to say that there aren't Xers and there aren't boomers, but in terms of who is driving views, I'm expecting millennials and below. And really, actually, I'm expecting Zs. So I hope that also helps you like understand how to use social media. If you're in mainline denominations, this is something that we struggle with. If you're more of an evangelical background, you all are like the media titans of the Christian world. Okay. So also do the same thing of like write an Instagram reel of no more than 60 seconds on real script on this Sunday. So it's literally giving you the social media. Look, opening of a shot in nature, voiceover. Then you have a voiceover. Cut to a person sitting in a quiet place with the Bible open. This is amazing. And if you have a social media person on your team, this is what you give them, and they know what to do with it. If not, stick around. I probably won't make that a course. I'll probably have that available on our YouTube page. So for the more in-depth stuff, I will make courses. The less in-depth stuff, I think that should just put it on the YouTubes. Okay. And so there you have it, right? And I would go ahead, or I will, and again, and you have your hashtags too. Copy, and we're gonna go ahead and paste this Instagram reel script, because you want a reel if you want people to view it and to interact with it. And there you have your reel script for your social media person, or if you're your social media person, now you basically have commands of what to do. You're not gonna have to sit and think, will this do it? Will this do it? Will that do it? ChatGTP is doing it, right? And then you have TikTok. Oh, I forgot to say please. See how it gets me? Please write a script for TikTok. No, no, on this theme. All right. And so there's a script for TikTok. And you don't have to do, like, would you want to bring a baptismal service in TikTok? Maybe, maybe not. Would you want a person sitting the Bible open? Maybe, maybe not. So we could even tweak this. And we could say, here, see, 10 minutes, 15 seconds for each video, right? So what we'll say, please share what you suggest for a TikTok script on Mark 1 on our topic of conversation. So again, there are limits, right? And it's doing the same thing. So I'm actually going to ask it to stop generating and say, what is a 15-second TikTok script to reach And the targeting is actually, so I actually don't want to say to advertise Sunday worship for our church. And I was stopping putting in a particular age group. And again, I think these things are important. If you want more conversation on that, please continue to follow Livity. There's a podcast coming, which I'm very, very excited about, with a colleague of mine. There's a lot that needs to be done here, and Livity will be a leader in this space. And so just be mindful about your targeting. I cannot stress that enough, because there's ethics and morals behind it, right? Um, so what is a 15-second TikTok script to advertise Sunday worship for our church? Maybe that's more your vibe for TikTok. And I would argue ethically, maybe that's a little bit more on my side of the spectrum, you know? And look, it even says note, the script can be adjusted accordingly, making sure it aligns with the church's timing and branding, right? So the AI has a certain level of awareness as by design, right? And so you're also getting some marketing tips, opening shot of the church, your church, cut to a group of people. So it's giving marketing tips on what could or could not work. Remember, I said not to do that, and I done did it. Okay, there you go. Um, so I hope that helps cover social media. And again, these are fast ways to do social media. So the first two, so instead of me going over everything, so I hope this is helpful for you to show and create a significant amount of encouragement and joy at how much work you can actually get done, but also really showing the limitations of this, right? It's in the baby stages. It's only going to get better from here, in all honesty, which means it's only going to get more intimate from here. But this will save you time, and that's the object and goal of this course, right? Is to show you that you can plan an entire worship year using this software. In addition, I've added newsletters and social media. And after this module, if you'd like to stick around, I'm going to show you how you can contribute to Christian Ed. And I actually think the way ChatGTP sets up lesson plans is actually incredibly helpful and insightful and really, really good. All right. So thank you so much for this course. Please click on the bonus. I ask that you stick around for the close, just as like from colleague to colleague, we like a good closing, we like a good charge, we like a good benediction. And if you enjoyed this course, or if you found it incredibly informative, not just in the use of it, but also some of the nuances and ethics and relationality, share this with somebody. And I ask that you support my ministry in that way, because a huge part of my ministry, and in addition to the research, is reaching out and bringing what I'm learning about the research with AI um, and religion and spirituality, and also bringing it out to colleagues and to the church. So please support me in that ministry. It is a primary way in which I pay my bills. God bless.